If you'd have told me 15 years ago that the expectations I was trying to live up to were optional, I wouldn't have believed you. Because that would have meant that I was torturing myself for years unnecessarily. Well, the reality is they are optional. They can be examined, and we're going to show you how.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, this is Tara and Roxanne. We're here to help you calm your mind so you can enjoy your life. And don't forget, we always have available to you Reduce Your Stress in 1 Week 3-step guide. It's in the description below. You can download that link and get moving today. It's free. It's our gift to you. So, Roxanne, our
Yes.
expectations.
A lot of people are tortured by their expectations. It's not just me,
No,
because we fall short, and
they fall short.
yeah, or we think we do, and then other people fall short as well.
They do.
So, yeah.
I think one of the hardest areas is expectations we have for ourselves. I think that comes from perhaps your upbringing, the important figures in your history, and what you feel you must do and must be and how you must behave.
You think about it, some of these expectations aren't even yours,
No, it's true.
right? Once we get grown, we're grown folks.
We're grown up.
You get to decide how you want to interact with the world, how you want to show up in the world, what you expect from yourself in your life. But a lot of the expectations we're walking around with, or we're trying to live up to, or we're beating ourselves up about, aren't even ours. Right? And they were probably even given to us by our loved ones and other adult prominent figures in our lives with good intentions, but doesn't always work.
And your beliefs and expectations kind of go hand in hand, don't they?
1,000%.
So that's another point to keep in mind. Yeah, I agree with you. Parenting, as a parent, you try so hard to do what's right, and your parents did too. Your teachers, your what have you, your whatever it is. But yes, I still have those play in my mind sometimes and think, do I have to behave that way? Do I have to do that certain thing? It's true. It's very, very true.
Yeah. The thing is that a lot of them, in case you're thinking, well, I didn't have unreasonable expectations put on me, but a lot of them aren't even said out loud. They're just understood. Kids witness behaviors and different things, and we understand them, and then we internalize them, and then later we get older and we start to beat ourselves up over some expectation we're falling short of. And somebody in your family might well say, I've heard this conversation. I may have had this conversation. I never said that. I never expected that from you. Doesn't matter, because we sometimes take it and make it our own, whether it was intended or not. So point being of all that rambling is that the origin it can come from a lot of different places, but it doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day, we can examine and take a look at them and see if they're serving us or if they're not. They can be looked at. I feel like we need an example, though. What would be a good example of an
expectation is definitely behavior. Sometimes I do certain things because that was the expectation as I was in my upbringing. And I've raised my kids with certain behavior expectations too, that truly they get to choose whether they measure up to that bar or they don't. It's true. The other thing, like I just said, is when you actually put some expectations on other people, now you've transferred that to become their responsibility to be that too.
Have you ever noticed that what you expect from other people are the expectations that you have? It's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
They'll say, well, can't believe he or she or that person did this. I would never do that. Right. Why would they do that to me? I was always very nice to them in this regard, or I always put my dishes in this dishwasher, whatever that looks like. Whereas it could be something else where you're not matching their expectations. So there's this fundamental tug of war because we just have these, I dare to say the word again because I feel like I've said it 20 times now, but we have these expectations in there and we're not even looking at them, to see if they're realistic, to see if we even care, and to see if they do affect our quality of life or if, in fact, they're just causing stress. Because when you are coming up short or you are just never quite meeting, or you're killing yourself to meet an expectation, there's going to be stress. And most importantly, if it's not congruent with who you are and what you want to be. For example, if you are somebody who wants to serve others and you really thrive in a nonprofit kind of environment where you're on the streets helping people, handing out essential things for people maybe that are homeless, and yet you were raised that a real grown-up makes a lot of money, right? There's that pull, there's that tug of war within who you are and what your calling and your soul's purpose is, and what the expectation is if you're going to be a good person. And so you just that stress would just build and be maddening.
But back to other people. Isn't there a quote?
Yes. How did that go? How did that go?
We are very good lawyers.
Yes, for our own mistakes, and very good judges for others.
Yes.
And that is kind of, if you stop and just take a second and kind of reframe the last argument or your biggest frustration you have with someone in your life, whether it's friends, family, a mate, whatever that looks like. Could be a coworker, right? And you say, they should, because this is the right thing to do. Fill in the blank after the should. You realize that it's your expectation that you put on yourself and your standard that you decided, and we're projecting that onto other people.
Well, and then, Roxanne, aren't there expectations that we agree to? Like you take a job, you agree to do a certain job. You get a phone bill, a phone setup.
Credit cards, parenting, right? So there are expectations. That's a whole different layer of expectation. So you are expected, if you go to an interview, you want a job, and you say, I read it, I am willing to do X, Y, Z, ABC, 1, 2, 3, and I expect you to pay me, right? And the employer goes, no problem, I expect you to do these things. And so then the employer gets angry because you're late, or you're calling in sick. I can't believe they won't let me have all this time off, or whatever that looks like. And you're like, well, you signed up, they expect you to do X, Y, Z because you signed up for that. The credit card bill, they expect you to pay that thing every month.
They sure do.
It's insane.
It is
but
insane.
It's something that we signed that contract for, right? And so the next time any kind of expectation or is stressing you out, or you're feeling like you're falling short, or you're not good enough, or you're like, I'll never make it, or why do they keep expecting this from me? Stop and ask yourself 3 simple things. 1, did I sign up for this? Was this my choice? Did I create this expectation this other person is having of me? Because if you did, then you got to remind yourself of the choice, right? So then ask, or if not, am I imposing this on myself? Like, does anybody really expect this, or is this just something that I'm doing to myself? Therefore, I have the power to not do it to myself. Right? And to kind of reframe that. Or 3, was it given to me without my consent? So when you're little and you're growing, stop and look, was this handed to me, and does it serve me, or does it make any sense for me? Because maybe not, right? I mean, it just might not.
It's true.
Yeah.
Get a little older, you get to make these choices.
You know what's funny about that too, is as we get older, believe it or not, our parents get older at the same time. So if you get the opportunity, you could actually talk about some of the expectations with your parents, and they might not even see it the same way they did then. But we grab it when we get older. You go talk to them, and they go, no, I don't think that at all. I don't know where you got that from. You were always a weird kid. That's not really fair. But you really could unburden yourself. Lay them out. Write them out. Ask yourself these questions. See if they make sense for you, and leave some of those right there on the paper. Maybe even throw them out and burn them. And then get up and go enjoy your life. Stop being so hard on yourself. Yeah. We will go deeper into expectations. This is a huge, huge topic. And in our program, obviously we go a little deeper into it, but we just wanted to give that little bit, so hopefully you can relax a little bit today after having heard it.
Absolutely. Yeah. And please don't forget, again, reduce your stress in 1 week with 3 simple steps. They're so easy to do.
Download the guide.
It's down in the description below. And remember, we're here to help you calm your mind so you can enjoy your life.
Thank you. See you later.